Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again for our time together. Tonight, Leadership Night. Looking forward to all of our leaders, all three campuses. But right now, let's go back to Hebrews chapter 4. Have you ever noticed that there are people that can hear a beautiful message of healing, or they can hear a message of the gospel, or they can hear a message on a promise of God, and nothing ever happens in their life? And you wonder why? How can they sit there and hear the same message as everybody else hears, and nothing happens? A part of the answer, not all of it, but a part of it is found in Hebrews chapter 4, beginning with verse 1. Therefore, since the promise of entering his rest still stands, let us be careful that none of you be found to have fallen short of it. For we also have had the gospel preached to us just as they did. But the message they heard was of no value to them, because those who heard it did not combine it with faith. When you hear the word, you have to combine it with faith. When you hear the message of healing, you have to choose to believe it. When you hear the message of the promises of God, you have to choose to believe it. When you hear the message of the gospel, you have to choose to believe it. You have to mix the word and faith together in order to see any impact upon your life. Now, I've watched people almost all my adult life now. I got born again the day before my 18th birthday, and I started preaching 3 months later. I've watched people, as they hear the Word of God, they hear it, but they won't mix it with faith. They've got great doctrines. They know all the right things to believe, but they never mix it with faith. I want to challenge you today. Everything you read in the Bible, go, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And when you don't believe it, just say, Lord, I do believe. Help thou my unbelief. All of us in our lives, we've been raised in a world of science. We've been raised in a world of logic. And if we're not careful, our brains are a little crazy. I like what Dag Mills said a few weeks ago in the services. He said, we're in church. We don't need to understand everything. When you're in school, you need to understand everything. When you're in church, you need to have faith. You need to believe.